Hey folks, welcome to the 8th Let's Play for Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice. I had to kind of stop. It had been dragging on me looking, and obviously I had to step away for a little while, but we're back. We're back. We're going to go looking around further. Obviously, we're going to go up further, I think, because I don't know if we don't want to go down. But we do want to go down and see what that says before we do anything else. We are to Jello Alert level 1. He's moving around a little bit. But... oh wait, let's open this. Hold on. Let's get rid of this as well. Come on. Okay. Are you gonna get rid of that? There we go. Thank you. There we go.
Hela possesses large dwelling places in Helheim. Tall are her walls, high are her gates. The name of her dish is hunger. Her knife is famine. On her threshold all will stumble. Her bed is called sick bed, and her bed hangings are called flames of a funeral pyre. They say she is easy to recognize, half black and half the color of flesh, and her face menacing and grim.
All right. That was creepy sounding. Let's go back up because I saw a ladder going up higher, and since this just goes back outside, I'm assuming I have to keep going. Like I said a couple LPs ago, I'd love to see something with West African myths, East African, like just myths that aren't normally covered. Oh wait, hold on. Oh, that's awesome. That was actually pretty easy. But I would love to see. I mean, the Norse myths. Don't get me wrong; they're cool and all. I'm Norwegian. A good chunk of me is Norwegian, so it works out. But I really would like to see more diversity here. We got a woman lead. I think that's great. Not knocking the developers, but I mean in general, our culture. All right, let's go through the door. Oh man, I should have probably done this last LP. I didn't realize it was that close. Okay, I'm waiting to be attacked is what I'm waiting for. Someone was telling me there was like a 12 or 15 minute like quick playthrough. Somebody got finished it in 15 minutes and I'm...
The gate. It's opening.
Who is it? It's coming.
That song again.
Is it?
It's Hela.
Yes, the source of the darkness. It's coming. This is your moment.
I'm sorry. I can't watch this.
What are you doing? You're showing weakness. You're not a warrior. You're a disgrace. The gods will punish you for this.
Get up.
Pick up the sword. Pick it up. Fight the darkness. Fight it.
She's scared.
Get up. Get up. Get up and fight.
Stormy seas and lost souls. She's dreamt of this before. They say dreams are visions of our memories, thoughts and fears, as seen by our inner eye. But what if each one of us is always dreaming, even when awake, and we only see what our inner eye creates for us? Is this what hell is? A world shaped by Senua's nightmares. Maybe that's why people feared seeing the world through her eyes. Because if you believe that Senua's reality is twisted, you must accept that yours might be too.
You failed the gods. You're pathetic. Rotten. Cursed. What were you thinking? Did you really think you could win? How stupid can you be?
So stupid.
Everyone hates her. She's cursed.
The shadow hates.
Look at you. A warrior. Worthless. Weak. Pathetic. Go on. Feel sorry for yourself, because there is no one left to do that for you.
Everywhere. You failed. What's that?
Take it. If you're too much of a coward to fight, then end the suffering. Broken and lost. Just like your sword.
Come on. There.
Why go on when you give everything and face that which torments you, only to find that it is worse than you could have imagined? Why go on? Is it really so weak to ask this? Or are we just so afraid of the honest answer that we do not dare pose the question? Sometimes the answer lies in a memory, a feeling, a song.
It's the song. It's not real. It's a trick. It's not real. It is real. Listen to it. She can
Don't give up.
Dillian. It's
Not like this.
It's not him. It can't be him.
It's not real.
It is real.
It's a trick. Don't trust it.
He's here.
Maybe you're already dead. Who are you?
Maybe this
Do you
is
still believe in me, Shadow?
No. It's him. He's here.
It's a trick.
She knows he's here.
It's a trick. He's already dead.
You know he's here.
He can't be here. It's impossible.
This song.
Come to me. Please.
The light.
Go towards the light.
It's him.
There he is.
It can't be him. It's just a trick. It's in your
He
mind.
is. No, he's here.
It's in your
It's
mind.
him. It's real. It's happening.
Go towards it.
All right, let's get going. I'm messed up pretty bad though. No sword, no way to fight. Okay, we're gonna do this. Let's move.
There it is.
You're imagining things. It's not him.
It's Dillian. He's gone.
God,
You were
he's
too
gone.
slow.
How could you?
Keep
How
going.
could you?
Keep going. Ignore the pain.
I told you it was to trick you. I told you.
Where are you going?
See,
There's nothing to follow.
come on.
Is this not the direction I'm supposed to go? I'm assuming it is.
Before she first met him, she was not in a good place. Just a teenager, but not like the others. Barely functioning, she rarely left the house.
You can do it.
Her father, Zinbal, made sure of that. Only occasionally did she venture out on her own, collecting firewood and herbs. Errands out in the Orkney Plains.
He's got something to tell you.
That was her world. Like this one. Barren and lonely. Getting stronger. You're getting stronger.
It's already disappeared.
Nothing lives here, not even you.
It's pointless.
It's in your mind. You think you can see it, but it's in your mind.
Where's the tree?
There he was. Where is he? The lone figure of a boy.
He's there, under the tree.
Sword play under the shade of a
You can
tree.
see him. There he is. Come on, you have to.
She
keep
remembers
going.
the first time she saw him. To her young eyes, he moved as if dancing,
There's the tree.
and the world danced with him. Where is he?
He's there.
The gloom
He's there.
lifted.
Under the tree.
For the first time in years, she felt.
Come on, you have to keep Dillian going.
A ray of hope.
Going.
Alright, let's check out what this has to say to us.
The Northmen tell of a great hero. His name is Sigmund. His father's hall was built around a great tree, and one day Odin comes and thrusts a sword into the tree, a gift to whomever can release it. Many try, but the sword only comes out at Sigmund's touch. His brother-in-law, King Siggeir, wants it, but Sigmund refuses him, so King Siggeir plots revenge. He invites Sigmund and his brothers to a feast, but when they arrive, they are met with an army, not a warm welcome. King Siggeir captures Sigmund and his brothers, steals his coveted sword, and readies them for execution.
Huh. Alright, I assume we're supposed to go... Let's try up here a little bit, see if that is where we're supposed to go. I guess I could look in the sewer, though. There is that, like, big old sewer thing. Nope, nothing in there. Well, the game is pretty good at being, like, linear. So I guess that's true. I don't have to worry about missing out on too much stuff. Come on up. You got it, babe. Oh, just another way up to the side. Oh, wait.
Death for Sigmund and his brothers seems certain. But the king's wife is Sigmund's sister, and she begs for mercy and implores the king to chain them up instead. He agrees. Not for mercy, though, but because he plans an even more cruel and lingering death. Chained to a tree in the forest that night, a she-wolf comes and devours one of Sigmund's brothers. She returns, ravenous, night after night, until only Sigmund is left. The next day, Sigmund's sister sends a serpent with honey to smear on Sigmund's face. But to what end? Well, that night, when the she-wolf appears again, you'll never guess what happens.
I guess we're going back down below. It misled me. So we'll go back down below and we'll continue down the beach. I guess it does explain why there is more beach in the end. They don't really waste space in the game. And another rune.
As the she-wolf licks the sweet honey from Sigmund's face, he bites the wolf's tongue. The she-wolf pulls away, but Sigmund holds on. The chains break, and he is free. After his escape, Sigmund lives like us, hidden in the forest. His enemy, King Siggeir, believing him dead, as his sister plots revenge. And for vengeance to succeed, even the great Sigmund needs help. So she sends her sons to him. But their blood is weak and corrupted, and they're put to death by Sigmund. So his sister hatches a new plan, one that is cold of heart and pure of blood.
Oh, this sounds pleasant all the way around. Alright, we're going to keep this going. I'll continue down the beach, folks. I'll be back.
Day after day, watching from afar, she mimicked him, perfecting her own secret dance, wishing those fleeting moments of light would stretch out to last forever.
Oh, here's another one.
Sigmund's sister trades shapes with a sorceress, and in disguise, she lies with her own brother. She gives birth to a son named Sinfjotli. After a time, she sends him to the forest to Sigmund. He tests the boy and finds him strong and fearless, and so they go to take their vengeance on King Siggeir. But luck is not on their side. They're captured, and Siggeir has them buried alive.
All right, let's keep it going. The story time is happening. Oh, there he is up there.
No. It's a trick.
It's an illusion.
It's not real. Do you really think it's real?
You want to believe it's real, but it's a trick.
You're deluded.
Where are you going?
Where is she going?
What is she following?
You can't even fight. It's just deception.
How does he so effortlessly court the world and bliss? If only she could do the same. See the world through eyes anew and dance with it, just like he does.
What's your name?
Senua.
I haven't seen you before.
I don't leave home much.
Oh, Zeno's daughter.
I have to go.
Wait. Who taught you to fight like that?
No one.
No one.
Well, I watched you, and
You learnt all of that from watching me? You should become a warrior, you know.
me?
I'm Dillian. I'm here for the warrior trials. Just come and watch. And bring your sword.
You can't put it into words. That moment when you look into the eyes of the one who is supposed to reassure you, make you feel safe. It only takes an instant. Fear swallows you before you have a chance to make sense of it. And darkness becomes a part of who you are.
You killed him.
But her world changed the day the Northmen took him from her. Senua knows that there's no going back to how things were. That there's nothing to go back to at all.
Stay still, stay quiet, hide, don't tell her.
Their gods can see into your mind. They will use this power to destroy
They
you.
won't stop me. I can still feel him.
Whatever's left of him, they will never let him go.
I'm not gonna let him rot here.
You're the one rotting here.
Leave me alone.
You will die here.
No.
And all your suffering will have been for nothing.
Dillian? Is that you? I'll find you, my love. I promise.
The light by the tree.
Can you see him?
You want to believe it,
Is
but
he
it's
there?
not real.
Is he there?
You're alone in these mountains.
Is that Dillian?
Nothing lives here. You won't.
Survive.
You met him by the tree.
She met him by the tree. Maybe it's a sign.
All right, let's go over here and check out the stone.
He's waiting for you
As
by the
Sigmund
tree.
and Sinfjotli are being buried alive, Sigmund's sister throws an armful of straw into the grave mound. Hidden in the straw is Sigmund's sword, the gift of Odin. They cut their way out of the grave mound and set fire to Siggeir's hall. The king burns to death. Sigmund calls to his sister to come out so that she may live and be honored. She does come out, but only to tell him the truth. That she had slept with him, her brother, to beget a strong avenger. I am not fit to live, she says, and walks back into the fire. Strike vengeance from your heart, Senua, as there is always a heavy price to pay.
All right, so let's go over here. So it keeps going on, but I'm going to check because I thought there was something up here I could look up at. I don't think it's going to be anything because this is really linear, but we'll check it anyways. Come on up here. Oh no, I guess it is locked off. Okay. So we're going to keep going down the beach. Although the filming time's getting along pretty well, so we might end up calling this fairly soon. Oh, there's another one. We'll listen to one more story, and then we will call it good for the day.
And here is the end of Sigmund's story. He was a fierce and great warrior who fought many battles. But one day, an old man came onto the battlefield. Although shadowed by a hood, Sigmund saw that he only had one eye. The man raised his spear, and Sigmund struck at it with his sword, but the sword shattered into pieces. Sigmund then knew that this was Odin, and thus that victory could not be his. He bowed his head and accepted his end. Dying, he tells his wife that she is with child, and that her son will one day make a great weapon out of the fragments of his sword. The sword named Gram.
All right, folks, we're going to wrap it up here. I will see you next time. Until then, take care.